Peace. This is Mommy Mente Intellects Reads. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to be reading the last two chapter notes of The Lightning Thief. That's chapter 21 and 22. In Manhattan, Percy separates from Annabeth and Grover so he can return the Master Bolt to Zeus while Annabeth and Grover go back to Camp Half-Blood to tell Chiron everything that has happened. At Olympus, Percy delivers the Master Bolt to Z and Pete and discloses details of his quest. He tells them about the fight with A as well as an unease he encountered while at the entrance of Tartarus. Z dismisses Percy's concerns and spares his life since he returned the bolt. P reassures Percy that he claims him as his son and tells Percy that he will have a decision to make regarding a delivered package when he returns home. At this time, Percy also learns that his mother was returned home after Hades received his helm. Back home, Percy reunites with his mother and Smelly Gabe. Smelly Gabe blames him for his destroyed car and says he is not welcome there. He raises his hand to hit Sally when she tries to defend Percy. Sally and Percy retreat upstairs to his bedroom where Percy finds a package containing Medusa's head. He suggests that Sally use the head against Smelly Gabe. Percy decides to leave her Camp Half-Blood and says goodbye to his mother. Now I'm going to read the chapter 22 notes, and that'll be it. Percy returns to Camp Half-Blood and is welcomed with praise and celebratory gifts. In a letter, his mother tells him that Smelly Gabe mysteriously disappeared, and she has received a nice commission on her sculpture. She used the money to buy a new apartment, enroll at NYU, and hold a spot at a private school in New York for him. With that information, Percy realizes he has to decide if he wants to stay at Camp Half-Blood year-round or return home during the school year. Later that evening, Grover says goodbye to Annabeth and Percy as he departs on his search for Pan. To clear his head and decide what to do in the fall, Percy begins sword training. He sees Luke fighting dummies with a new sword named Backbiter, a two-sided sword that can kill mortal and creature. The two boys sit by a tree to talk, and Percy gets the impression that Luke is getting ready to say goodbye. Suddenly, Luke snaps his fingers, and a scorpion the size of Percy's hand appears from the pit. Luke points out that these scorpions can jump 15 feet and the stinger can slice through clothes to kill someone in 60 seconds. During their conversation, Percy realizes that Luke is the missing piece from his prophecy, the betrayal of a friend. Luke felt deceived by the gods for sending him on a pity quest, one that had already been previously fulfilled by Hercules. He was frustrated with the gods for repeating the same quest when there was so much more out there, so he began to listen to the urgings from Kronos and stole the bolt and the helm during the winter solstice. When caught by A, Luke convinced him that hiding the items would result in a war between the gods. At this point, Luke admits to summoning the Hellhound to attack Percy in order to instill fear in the camp and propel Percy's quest. He also admits that part of his plan failed when Percy gave the gifted shoes to Grover. The shoes were cursed and were supposed to drag Percy and the boat into Tartarus. Luke declares that Kronos will rise and that the Olympians will be overthrown. Then he disappears while Percy tries to fight off the scorpion. Percy slices the scorpion, but not before he is stung with poison. Although Percy tries to heal himself with the creek water, he is saved by Chiron's magical nectar. However, he tells Annabeth and Chiron about Luke's deception and vows to take revenge. However, Chiron directs Percy by pointing out that he will get his justice when the time is right. Annabeth has reconciled with her family, and they arrive to take her home. Percy decides to go home as well and plans to fight Luke next summer. Thanks for reading. I hope you enjoyed the book and this video. This is chapter 21 and 22, just notes of the lightning thief, and that's the end of the book.